We are back on the air. I'm your host, Neil Tupel, co-host Bill Hofield, producer Joe Maniscalco, and we're going to be talking with Dan Sacco. He's the director of My Health, and he's got quite an interesting story to tell. Dan, welcome.
Thank you, Neil, and thank you, Bill, for reaching out. I appreciate it.
Dan, it's nice to have you here. So why don't you tell us all about MyHealth.us?
Sure, it's myhealth.us. We're an organization that working closely with the unions in the union field, and we've developed a platform. The first and foremost, what we wanted to reach out to the unions is a product that, God forbid, a union workers in the field, usually in the field work in the construction side or working where it might be a little bit dangerous. A QR code is to where the first responder comes out on the field, looks at the injured, able to scan our QR code, and their medical data will come up. Medical data such as what type of medicines they're taking, any allergies they may have, emergency contacts, and blood types. So this way, the first responder has an idea of hey, what to administer. So we thought that that is, especially with the unions and the field workers, that would be the biggest wow factor. Not so much wow factor, maybe we might save a life. Beyond that, medical data is very important when you go to see a doctor. So we're able to collect all your medical records and have it in one place. It can go on your phone. It's not an app. It's a bookmark. The importance of that, whether you have great benefits or not, you only have 28 seconds to tell your doctor, how you're feeling. You might forget. I don't know about anybody else, but I get a lot of anxiety when I go to the doctor, and I just kind of might forget. But all of your records are on your phone.
So you're saying that the doctor could actually take this and plug it in and download it and get it all to come up on his screen for him?
Of course.
Excellent. So what's just because I'm not sure if everybody's technologically savvy. I know
Sure.
I'm not. Tell us the difference between an app and a bookmark, just so that we're clear on that.
Well, an apps, nobody really like apps. You have to download or whatnot. But a bookmark is a little bit more user friendly. It's apps come and go. Bookmark, we're also connected to your computer at home. So it's like an app is an app, and so we've kind of so people who are not savvy, well, we all have to use a computer, but it's just a little bit more user friendly than an app would be.
And everybody's carrying their phone now. So you're saying when that worker gets hurt in the field, that phone is right there.
Well, it's not so much. It's going to come up on the EMS worker they have a scan device, whether it be a scan device or on their mobile. The phone, more or less, you don't even have to have it. You can call us just as long as you have your tag. You can either wear it on your shoe, a construction worker. We have a gentleman here that's a carpenters union, wear it on a wristband or whatever. Just as long as you have the QR code with the specialized number on it, then obviously once the first responder scans that, they see the first line of medical data. They don't see all your medical data because there's some HIPAA compliances and not everyone wants to share everything. But the important stuff is right then and there. When it goes on your phone, it's for your daily life. I'm 51 years old. I like to think I'm 21, so I'm running around, trying to be real healthy, but I get aches and pains, and one of my aches and pains might lead to some other symptom. But if I have it all in one place, because I don't know if you've ever tried to collect medical records, they're kind of hard to get. And not only that, when you collect a medical record from something that's on a cloud from your hospital or your insurance company, you can only give back. You can't put in. At least now you can, with our platform, you can put in, hey, my sciatic is acting up, or my left arm hurts or whatnot. So that might lead to something else, and the doctors love that information. We call it observations. So
Sure, because when you go to a doctor's office, sometimes they'll ask you, do you know exactly when this ache started, or how many times a day does this happen? And you go, I don't know, who kept track of it? But it was there, it's there.
And different than apps, our platform also sends you emails or text messages saying, hey, how are you feeling today? So.
And Dan, I think this is especially pertinent now because I think the figure is 3 million workers a year nationwide are being injured on the job.
Yes, it's and especially like we were talking earlier, Bill. Into transportation, railroad, all that kind of stuff. And we all don't probably prepare ourselves well. Sanitation workers. So yes, now more than ever, and to have your data. I have a friend of mine who works in the hospital says, Dan, when someone comes in on the stretcher, we know nothing about them. So it's a guessing game, and I don't think we want to do that with our health.
and sadly, a lot of these employers are not looking after their workers. I mean, I just talked to a woman named Evelyn last week who works at the Nissan plant in Canton, Mississippi, and she told me a story about hurting her back a couple of years ago, being in excruciating pain, but not being able to get off the line until she was actually done with her shift. She actually drove herself to the emergency room in excruciating pain, blowing her horn, trying to get the security guard's attention.
And
to say that she was in a lot of trouble. I think she could have used something.
That's the same. That's the same Nissan plant that was in the Dirty Dozen report we looked at the other day, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even to take that a step further, I mean, we went to, and for finances, people don't want to go to the doctor because they might think it costs too much. Now, obviously, some insurance companies, have some companies or unions got very good benefits, but there's also time factor. And as a matter of fact, I went to one individual we helped out, an individual in a company. He had to get a chest MRI, and through his insurance, a company had 98,000 employees, so you would think they're a pretty good insurance plan, right? For a chest MRI, it would cost him $2,000 on our platform. It would only cost him $500 in New York City,
Wow.
75% savings. So you might be able to save claims. He gets at $2,000. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get it because it's my heart they're looking at, but he's waiting. And then waiting is never good when it comes to health. You want to fix it now. And not only that, he scheduled the appointment right on his phone as opposed to going, paying a copay, waiting for the specialist, and going there, another copay, and so faster, less expensive.
So this is terrific use of technology. I mean, I'm not a big lover of technology. I think most of it gets used for ridiculous stuff. But this obviously does not fall into that category. What gave you the idea for this?
Well, C.J. Wilson, the CEO and co-founder, gave the idea. I'm just a director, but his past experiences of dealing with doctors and bringing his daughter to the doctors and the runaround that you get, and knowing that the insurance and doctor relationship is more adversarial than it is on the same side. So his mission and the reason why I joined is we just want to see people healthy. We don't care in network, out network, out of network. We just want to make sure that you get the best health available. You have your health insurance, and I can look to replace your health insurance, but for a minimum cost, you have our product with you. And I'm so confident that it will lower claims and get you faster health. So at the end of the day, the employee doesn't miss work. They feel good about the employer or their union saying, hey, my union really cares about me because no matter where I am 24/7 throughout the world, we have connections to healthcare specialists. So you're always taken care of no matter where you go.
Yeah, and as pro-union as I am, and I never make any bones about it, if there's an employer out there who doesn't happen to be a union shop, but he wants to get this for his employees, he can do that as well, right?
Yes, we do target HR departments and other organizations of 1,000 people or more, because that's kind of where it fits in. But yes, it's. I think every individual should have it. We just know that the unions know how important benefits are and how well they treat their members as they should. So, that's why I say, hey, this is something we want to keep at very low cost, but very high priority, and I think that's something we've done.
So walk us through it. So let's say I'm a welfare fund manager at a local union, and you come to see me. What do I do? How do I make this happen?
Well, I mean, obviously we want to make sure that we hit. I went through a lot of different. Went through a lot of different steps. Hit the steps that's more important. But that's most important, and it's very easy to make it happen. All we say is that if you agree upon the price, which is $2 a month per member, we sign you up, and then you give us the email addresses, and then we go ahead and reload it all up, and we give you whether you want a shoe tag or a wristband. You tell us what you want. We'll show you the items, and then we'll make them for you. Anyone over 1,000 members, we will go ahead and custom make. Put your union logo on it and make it seamless, as easy as possible. I think we want easy technology. I'm like you, Bill. I'm not a big technology guy. I'm not a big technology guy, so we want to make it easy.
So let me get this straight. You came up with something that's inexpensive, a really good product that helps people monitor their health, and it's really easy to access. There's something wrong with this story.
Right, in my life I've sold a lot of no-brainers before,
right.
but this is probably the biggest no-brainer, and yes, that's what we've accomplished.
Okay, well, Dan, listen, we have just a little bit of time left, so why don't you give us a website information, phone numbers, all that kind of stuff,
Sure.
so that if there's somebody out there listening, they want to get a hold of you, they can.
Okay, myhealth.us is our website. If you want to go ahead and email, it's dan@myhealth.us, and phone number is 347-724-8959. Thank you, Bill.
Dan, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you here, and I wish you the best of luck. This is, as you say, everybody should have this kind of monitoring, because anything that helps you health-wise is a good idea.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
And we will be right back in just a minute with some more good talk right here on LaborPress's Blue Collar Buzz at our home here at AM 970, The Answer.